Hello and welcome to Daily News Report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now so I can keep you up to date on what's going on in Washington, D.C., the next stimulus package, the U.S. Senator Sanders, bless this guy's heart, he is under tremendous pressure from lobbyists and pharmaceutical companies. Remember, one way that he wants to help you and to pay for the next stimulus package is to save the United States government around $600 billion in medication expenses. Sanders said, "Why is it that the people of Canada can purchase a vial of insulin for around $12, while just 2 miles away in Detroit, Americans are charged $98.70? I'll tell you why. Because we are the only major country which does not negotiate drug prices. Those days are coming to an end." If Sanders can actually pull this off, think of what he could do with the $600 billion he saves the United States. By the way, would you mind sharing in the comments? Are you on medications now? And does your prescription drug price each month eat into a large amount of your monthly spending budget? Please don't tell me your medication or what's going on with your health. I'm just trying to find out from my community whether drug prices and monthly prescription expenses are eating into your monthly budget, so that I know whether to research, how to save money on things like that. So just let me know in the comments section. Okay, Sanders also said, "It is no great secret that in America, it's not the United States Congress that regulates the pharmaceutical industry. It is the pharmaceutical industry that controls the United States government." Wow, Bernie dropping some truth bombs on us, right? Okay, now I have a lot more to share with you about what's coming out of Washington, D.C., and some math figures that might just blow your mind when it comes to the expense of a fourth stimulus check. But first, let me tell you about today's video sponsor. I want to thank today's video sponsor, HelloFresh. So many of you signed up with HelloFresh last time that they've asked me to talk about them again. I'm just so glad that you guys are enjoying HelloFresh as much as our family. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and I believe they can help you save money and time. I can honestly say, since becoming a member of HelloFresh, that I eat out less and I go to the grocery store less. Plus, I love how everything I need shows up on my porch in an easy-to-use kit. Lately, Casey and I have been using HelloFresh to reconnect with family and friends. Nothing says I love you more than sharing a meal. And nothing makes cooking more enjoyable than having everything you need shipped right to your house. Recently, we cooked the most delicious meatless meal for our family and friends. Everyone was blown away by how yummy it was, and Casey and I were both shocked that we got 7 kids to eat vegetables. So go to HelloFresh.com and use code 14Steven to get 14 free meals, including shipping. That's right, HelloFresh is going to give new customers of my community 14 free meals and free shipping to try them out. Their food is super delicious, and it's fun to try a new recipe each week. Okay, now let's get back to today's news update. Now, Democrats need to start talking to each other and working together before the entire stimulus package falls apart. Here's what I mean by that. The plan was originally to do $1.7 trillion stimulus package, and it would have a fourth stimulus check. Then Senator Sanders more than doubled it to $3.5 trillion, which left 2 senators saying, "Wow, that's a lot of money. That's a big increase, Mr. Sanders." Then Sanders, out of nowhere, stopped talking about stimulus checks right at the moment that he gave himself an additional $1.8 trillion to work with. Now Senator Manchin is saying, "Hey, Sanders, let's dial that back to about $1.5 trillion. And several representatives agree with him in the House and are saying we have to dial this back and make sure that this bill really helps the American people. Well, what did Senator Sanders do? He said, "Actually, I want to ramp it up to $6 trillion. And now even more moderates are angry with him. So there's like this back and forth of who can go cheapest and who can go most expensive. And what's at stake here is the entire thing could fall apart, right? Now, I believe that there is a need to revamp a lot of this bill, look it over, streamline it, But Bernie Sanders is trying to solve 40 years worth of issues in one bill, and he's running the risk of losing the entire bill, right? Now, the other issue is you have Senator Sanders saying, hey, let's collect about $60 billion from Big Pharma, and over the next 10 years, that will add up to $600 billion. Then you have President Biden turn around and donate 500 million doses to other countries, which amounts to about $10 billion in taxpayer money. So out of one side of the mouth, they're saying, hey, let's save money and go after Big Pharma. Out of the other, they're saying, hey, here's a bunch of taxpayer money to give stuff to other countries. So it's very confusing what's going on, right? So you need taxpayers and voters, but then you abuse the voters and use our money to the benefit of other countries. It's getting very, very confusing, Washington, D.C. All right, now, if you've been following me for a while, you know how I like to use math to logically break down an argument. I've been telling you how many economists believe that about 25 million Americans still need one or two more stimulus checks. Now, a $1,000 stimulus check to 25 million Americans is only $25 billion. Now, I know 25 billion is a lot of money, okay? But if you divide 25 billion into 3,500 billion, your calculator will show 0.007. 0.007 is the amount of money that Bernie Sanders would need to spend to get you a $1,000 stimulus check. Now, are you telling me that benevolent Bernie can't carve out 0.007 to help the very people he says he's fighting to help? Something's not right here, right? 0.007, and you're saying you can't come up with that to help the American people? By the way, I have tried multiple times to call Senator Sanders' office. I usually get a voicemail, but on the rare chance that I get someone on the phone, they have told me to stop calling them because I'm not from Vermont. So if someone in the community could please deliver this information to Senator Sanders, that would be super cool, right? Help all of us out. All right, now yesterday I told you how President Biden's approval rating hit a new low of around 43 to 42%, depending on and over 50% of that is a disapproval rate. That's the first time he's crossed that level. Now, when asked about this, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said, Biden isn't doing as poorly as the polls reflect. It's the people struggling that are making them give him a lower approval rating. So she basically blamed President Biden's low approval rating on the people, not on the president and his actions. Isn't that something, right? It's your fault he's doing so poorly in the polls, not his own actions. It's crazy. That Psaki can come up with some pretty good twists of words, right? All right. Now, however, Basil Smikle, a Democrat strategist, said Biden ran on the platform of uniting the nation, yet many of his actions and political moves have actually further divided the country. This is why people are mad. His presidency runs contrary to his campaign promises. So again, this is a campaign Democrat strategist saying, from his point of view, he sees that the presidency is very different than the campaign promises. Okay, so I think that's why he's seeing that low amount. But why blame the people, Psaki? I don't understand that. All right, now yesterday I told you how the crisis at the border was solved almost overnight by the White House saying, let the 15,000 people into the country as long as they promise to visit an immigration office within so many days, right? Well, a new report shows that another 20,000 people from Haiti are in Colombia right now, and their only goal is to make it to the border where they are being told President Biden will take you in, give you food, and give you shelter. So here's what's happening according to several sources as I did my research, okay? They're saying that cartels are using Facebook to run ads and host groups that promise to get you to the United States border. The immigrants are being told President Biden is the nicest president and he will take you in. These people are then selling all they have, every possession they have, to get themselves and their families to Mexico, where they are being robbed and raped and then dropped off at the border. Then the Biden administration has let the people in, has given them food, a hotel room, and a bus ticket, to which the cartel points to the U.S. media and says, see, we told you, we're telling the truth. He's the nicest president, and he will let you in the country. So it's a cycle, right? Where they're putting out a lie that's then being confirmed and made into a truth. And then what it's doing is it's got bigger and bigger caravans of people heading to the United States border. I've been trying to figure out why so many people are coming to the border, right? It's because they believe the U.S. border is open and that President Biden is the nicest president and that he will let you in. And then they let him in and confirm. It's crazy. It's crazy. However, the president of Mexico is finally pushing back. He released a statement that the United States needs to get their open border under control because Mexico can't handle the tens of thousands of desperate immigrants migrating through their country. So the president of Mexico is basically telling President Biden, listen, you guys have a problem. Admit it and deal with it. All right. Now, it was announced today that the Supreme Court's approval rating hit an all-time low of 40% approval. So it looks like people are not really liking the decisions coming out of the Supreme Court. That's probably why they have a low approval rating. All right, now former President Donald Trump is suing the New York Times and his niece Mary for $100 million for releasing his illegally obtained tax information to the public. It is, whether you have someone's tax returns or not, if they were illegally obtained, it is illegal, right? And so he is suing them for $100 million. All right, now a new report out of the White House shows that the top 400 wealthiest families in America only paid on average 8.2% taxes on their income. Now, these low tax percentages give fuel to people like Biden and Bernie Sanders to say, look, it's time to tax the wealthy and make them pay their fair share. Wow, I didn't even realize how low they were paying in taxes. All right, now a question I have is, if the White House knows this, then why does the IRS target middle and lower income families the most when it comes to their agents and their resources and audits, right? If they know the wealthy are escaping taxes, they're like, hey, look, there's a problem over here. But go audit these people over there, right? It doesn't make sense, right? So if they know that the wealthy are cheating the government, why aren't they going after the wealthy, right? Why do they continue to come after you and me when it comes to audits? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. All right, now, according to Ways and Means Committee Chairman over Finance, Ron Wyden, the billionaires are the best at hiding their money, avoiding taxes, and passing their wealth on to their children. All right, the stock market is green in almost every area today, which signals that Wall Street and investors liked the information coming out of the Federal Reserve meeting. So it seems there's a lot of confidence on Wall Street right now. All right, now speaking of being up, please be careful out there. Murder is up by 29% nationwide, according to a newly released FBI report. However, major cities are seeing triple-digit increases in murder as people become desperate and territorial. So please be careful out there. The country of Sweden announced that they will lift all lockdown restrictions on September 29th, citing that they aren't really helping like they thought they would. Sweden also has decided, like the United Kingdom, passports are unproductive and unhelpful, and so they will not be moving forward. Meanwhile, back in the United States, some of Biden's top consultants are trying to make passports a requirement to fly or even travel from state to state. So if you want to go from New York to New Jersey, or up to Pennsylvania, or from Utah to Nevada, wherever it is, they want you to show your papers at the border. That's what they want. I can't make this stuff up, you guys. Now, over in the Philippines, government leaders are toying with the idea of having people wear their status as a badge or a lanyard so that people can see right away what they're thinking, what's been into their body, right? Now, I know another country did this in the past. It didn't work out well. All right, now 2 divers off the coast of Spain discovered a pocket of the ocean which had ancient Roman coins. The 2 divers found 8 coins on their first dive and then returned and found another 45. This haul of ancient Roman coins could be worth millions of dollars to the 2 divers, as museums and universities will want to snatch these rare Roman coins up. I guess they have a bunch of the old emperors' faces imprinted on them. So pretty cool. All right, now I've been telling you to go diving in your attic or basement or maybe an ocean near you, because there are all kinds of treasures being sold or auctioned for big money right now.